Namaste. Good afternoon, everybody. All the viewers, observers watching me through this live program. I'm Sabina Shrestha, a science facilitator. I'm here today to explain something, to guide you the topics related to physics of class 7 science. And we all know we are doing the lesson force and motion. In previous class, we learned about various types of motion, and also we learned about different types of velocity. So today I'm going to specially help you in solving some of the numerical problems related to speed, velocity, and we're going to learn a little bit about acceleration and solve its numerical problems. So let's get started. First of all, I'd like to revise, as we are going to solve some of the numericals related to speed and velocity. I'd like to revise the things that we did in previous class. Slight review. You can just check for revision. Speed, we all know. Speed, we have described it as the distance traveled by a body per unit time. Also, we learned about distance, the total length covered up by the body, that is distance. And like it's a scalar quantity we learned, of course its SI unit is meter per second, speed. So you have to keep in mind the formula. Speed is distance traveled per unit time. How much distance is covered in certain time. We have already explained it, so it's simple revision right now. Next we have velocity. Velocity is the total displacement or the displacement covered in certain time. The total distance traveled by a body in certain fixed direction per unit time, that is velocity. You can simply remember the formula as displacement by time taken. Of course, it has direction and magnitude, so it's a vector quantity. Its SI unit is meter per second. We learned about different types of velocity here. You can just check uniform velocity. If a body covers equal displacement in equal interval of time, it's uniform velocity. The body is said to be in uniform velocity. Last time we've already discussed about it. In every equal interval of time, you can see the same displacement being covered by the body. So the body is said to be in uniform velocity. If it covers unequal displacement in equal interval of time, you can see it's covering 1 meter and next 10 meter and next 15 meter in every second, then the body is said to be in non-uniform velocity. And next we have average velocity. Like if a body covers a certain different displacement in different time. Like in first 1 second it covers 10 meter, in next 1 second it covers 5 meter, in next second it covers 2 meter, if it's changing. So how do we find the velocity is? It's the total displacement. What is the displacement covered within that total time period? So the total displacement covered in that total time period is average velocity. Of course, its SI unit is also meter per second. Of course, also we define average velocity as the mean of initial velocity. Initial velocity means the first beginning velocity, the velocity by which the vehicle or the body is moving in the beginning. The first velocity is initial velocity, and the last one, it's moving with 30 meter per second in the beginning, and the final velocity becomes 60 meter per second. Then first one, initial is 30 meter per second, final is 60 meter per second. So we take the average of those two velocities, that is initial and final velocity. So that is another formula of average velocity. Initial velocity plus final velocity divided by 2. It's the arithmetic mean of first and second or last velocity. Now let's solve some numericals related to velocity. So I do have some questions here. Let's solve some numericals related to speed and velocity. I'd like to read the question for you. First of all, number 1. I'm going to solve the question number 1. You can just listen to the question. If a bus covers a distance of 1000 meter, a bus covers distance of 1000 meter. So distance, it's denoted by the letter S. Distance is denoted by the letter S, and distance is 1000 meter. Then in 50 seconds time, if it covers the distance of 1000 meter in 50 seconds time. So the time taken is denoted by the letter T, small t. T is, it's 50 seconds. Time taken is 50 seconds. So calculate the speed of the bus. So speed. What is the speed of that bus? We denote speed by the letter V. So speed v is equals to what? I think you remember the formula now. Just check the formula. So first of all, what we did was speed. Speed is defined as the distance traveled per unit time. So we know that speed, so this is the perfect format of doing numerical. Please follow accordingly. We know that speed, it's denoted by letter V, is equals to distance traveled, it's denoted by letter S, over time taken T. So this is the formula. So we substitute the values here. Distance traveled is 1000 meter and time taken is 50 seconds. So 0 and 0 is cancelled. 5 to the 10, 0. So there remains 20 meter per second. Therefore, the speed of the bus. Therefore, the speed of the bus is 20 meter per second. Answer. This is the simple format of doing numerical problem. So first one we solved. Calculate the speed. Distance denoted by S, time taken by T, speed by V. You have to keep all this in mind because on the basis of same things only, you'll be learning more in further classes as well. So next question. Let's move on to next question. I'll just drop this. I hope you are clear with this numerical. Now second numerical we're going to solve is related to velocity. So question number 2. According to question number 2, let me read the question number 2. A car covers a distance of 3.6 kilometer in a fixed direction. Okay, a car covers a distance of 3.6 kilometer. So its displacement, it's in a fixed direction. So displacement, it's also denoted by letter S. Whether it's distance or it's displacement, it's denoted by letter S. So it is 3.6 kilometer. And in how much time then? In 3 minutes. A car covers a distance of 3.6 kilometer in 3 minutes. So the time taken T is equals to 3 minutes. Then you're asked calculate the velocity of the car. So velocity V, whether it's speed or its velocity, we denote it by the letter V. Please keep in mind, velocity or speed, we denote it simply by the letter V. V is equals to what? Now we again know that velocity. I think you all remember the formula of velocity. We revised this just now. Velocity is equals to displacement by time taken. Displacement, it's denoted by letter S, and time taken T. Now most often what students do is like they directly keep the values. Whatever it's given in whichever form it's given, they simply do it like 3.6 divided by 3. What you have to keep in mind is we've learned about SI system. So you have to convert. It's in kilometer and it's in minutes. It does not match. Yes, so we should change it into SI system. Length is always measured in meter and time is always measured in seconds. So we should convert it into meter, 3.6. And we did it in the beginning of the class in measurement lesson. How do we convert kilometer into meter? We have to multiply it by 1000. So when we multiply it by 1000, it's converted into meter. So it's all together 3.6 equals to 3.6 into 1000 is 36100. This meter. And now you can check here time. It's 3 minutes. So 3 minutes we have to change it into second. So how do we change? I think you all know, to change minute into second we simply have to multiply by 60. So it is 3 times 60. Whenever it's multiplied by 60, it's changed into seconds. So you can simply write 6 3s are 1880 seconds. So it's converted into SI system. Now we substitute the values here. So displacement is equals to 3600 meter, and time taken is equals to 180 seconds. So let's do the calculation. 0 and 0 cancelled. Here 63, we can cut it from the smaller one as well. 2 9s are 18, 2 1s are 2, 2 3s are 6, sorry, 2 1s are 2, 2 8s are 16, 0, then 3 3s are 9, 3 6s are 18, 0, and again 3 and 3 cancel, 3 2s are 6, 0. So final value is 20 meter per second, or you could simply cut 18 2s are 36, 0 0 cancelled, 20 meter per second. So from basic level, if we deduct, we can do in this way. So the value is 20 meter per second. Again, therefore, the velocity of the car is, can simply write at the end, then after concluding the answer. The velocity of the car is 20 meter per second. The velocity of the car is 20 meter per second. Answer. So these two numericals we solved just now. Yeah. So another numerical. As I've already said, we'll be focusing on few more numericals today. So one more numerical related to velocity. Third one. I think I made you clear about this. Displacement converted into meter. Time taken converted to second. Then after, velocity equals to displacement by time taken. Calculation. And finally, answer along with the unit. You should never forget to write the unit of the answer. You must write the unit. If you write just 20, then that's meaningless. Okay, you must write velocity. We all know the SI unit of velocity is meter per second. Yeah, as you've already studied the units. Units provide a clear, complete meaning to the numericals. Because in physics, like simply a numerical value, it's meaningless. It said 5. 5 has no meaning until and unless it said like whether it's 5 second, 5 kg, 5 meter per second. So it must be represented by unit at last. So that's all about second problem. Now let's solve third numerical related to velocity again. Average velocity. So third question is here. Question number 3. I'll read question number 3 for you. A bicycle covers a distance of 15 meter in 5 seconds. It covers a distance of 15 meter in 5 seconds. So first of all, it's here displacement. We're going to calculate average velocity. So displacement. So the first displacement it's covered is 15 meter. And I'll just write here time taken as well. So time taken T. What the question says is a bicycle covers a distance of 15 meter in 5 seconds. 15 meter in 5 seconds. And again it covers 40 meter in another 50 seconds. It's continuously moving. Again it covers 40 meter in another 15 seconds. So we have to add 40 meter in another 15 seconds. So this becomes our total displacement and total time taken. I think you remember when we studied in the beginning average velocity. It is the total displacement. Average velocity is the total displacement over total time taken. So you're asked here calculate the average velocity. So what's the average velocity then? Average velocity, we denote it by VAV. This is average velocity equals to what? Now we know that as we studied before, we revised it. We know that average velocity VAV is equals to total displacement by total displacement by total time taken. Total time taken. We denote it simply by S and T as we did before. Here 15 plus 40. How much is it? 15 plus 40. It's all together 55 meter. And here it's 15 plus 2. It's 20 seconds. Now as before, simple calculation is only left. If you do simple calculation, you can easily get the answer. Now I'll just keep The final calculation up to you. You have to calculate it on your own. 55 by 20 seconds. How much do you get? You can write the answer in meter per second. So this is the question related to average velocity. So we practice 3 numericals related to velocity. One speed, one velocity, and another average velocity. For revision, total displacement you can check, total time taken, and average velocity is total displacement by total time taken. In case you are given like initial velocity and final velocity, you could simply keep the formula u plus v by 2. Okay, just here. Next one, little bit taking simple sample examples. Let's discuss simply number 4, just to make you clear about average velocity. In case suppose initial velocity, a vehicle moving with initial velocity. I've already said initial velocity is denoted by the letter u, small u, and final velocity is denoted by letter v. And see, suppose a vehicle is moving with some initial velocity. Let's say it is 20 meter per second. It was moving in the beginning with 20 meter per second, and finally its velocity was increased and it reached up to 40 meter per second. Now if you're asked what is the average velocity, what is the average velocity, then simple VAV, average velocity, VAV, average velocity VAV is equal to what? We know that, I'll just write in short now, VAV is initial velocity plus final velocity divided by 2. Just before we did, or to write in short, u plus v by 2. So u is 20, v is 40 divided by 2. So simply 60 by 2, it's 30 meter per second. So this is the average velocity in case you are given initial and final velocity. So these are the questions related to velocity. Now one more topic we have, it's acceleration, and let's solve few numericals related to acceleration. You might have heard this word before, acceleration. I'll just keep this as it is here to take help for the examples. Like here, see, a vehicle is moving, for example, with some initial velocity 20 meter per second. Yeah, a vehicle is moving with velocity 20 meter per second, and finally the velocity increased. The road was very clear, no vehicles were in front, so the accelerator was used, it accelerated, and the final velocity became 40 meter per second. So there is change in velocity. Yes, now for that change to occur, certain time might have been taken. Yeah, suppose the time taken for that change in velocity was, for example, 5 seconds. After 5 seconds, the velocity was changed from 20 to 40. Now with this we come to learn little bit about acceleration. We check the word acceleration. Yes, accelerating. You might have heard this word before while using vehicles and all, we accelerate. Yes, so acceleration is the rate of change of velocity. The change of velocity per unit time is called acceleration. I'll just show you here the simple definition. Here, you can just check here the definition of acceleration. The rate of change of velocity with time, that is called acceleration. As I just gave you example before, a vehicle moving with 20 meter per second, its velocity was increased and became 40 meter per second after 5 seconds. So if it's there, how do we calculate acceleration then? You can just check the formula. The formula for acceleration is final velocity minus initial velocity over time taken. A is equals to v minus u by t. Here, what we have next is acceleration. Here I'm going to solve. First of all, you can just check over here. Acceleration A. A is v minus u by t. Its SI unit is meter per second square. You can check here. SI unit of acceleration is meter per second square. Yeah. Velocity's SI unit is meter per second. Acceleration's SI unit is meter per second square. You can keep this formula in mind. Using that formula, now we are going to solve the numerical. See, as we know that acceleration, just now we learned the formula, acceleration A. I've already said the denotation for acceleration is denoted by letter A. And once again, initial velocity by U, final velocity by letter V, time taken by the letter T. Yeah. So you remember how to remember, like we say U, V, W, X. U comes first. In the similar way, what comes first? It's denoted by the first letter U. You can remember for simplicity. Final velocity, the last one is V, T, and then after A. So acceleration A is equals to final velocity V minus initial velocity U over time taken T. Or in short, to explain in short, you can simply write here A is equals to V minus U by T. Yes. Now, what is the value of V then? V's value is 40, U's value is 20. Over time taken is your 5 seconds. So, 40 minus 20 is 20 and 5 is as it is. So, 5 4s are 20. Therefore, the value of acceleration is 4. So, as I've already said before, you must write the unit. You can remember the slide played before. It's meter per second square. The SI unit of acceleration is meter per second square. So, therefore, the acceleration of the vehicle is 4 meter per second square. You can simply say it's the increase. Now, acceleration, once again, let me define it in a simple way. Acceleration is, in simple way, we can say it's simply the change of velocity per unit time. Now, one thing you keep in mind, if the velocity increases, see, it was 20 in the beginning, afterwards it became 40. If the velocity increases, then that is considered as acceleration. Now, what if the velocity decreases? Okay, if the velocity decreases, we consider that condition as retardation. Just check here, retardation. See, retardation or deceleration. We can say the rate of decrease of velocity. Like here, the rate of decrease of velocity is called deceleration or retardation. Its value is always negative. Okay, its value, of course, it's denoted by letter A only, small a, but its value is always negative. As and also its SI unit is the same as of acceleration, meter per second square. Now, if I just change the values over here, we can easily find the value of retardation or negative acceleration as well here. Like for example, if I consider here, suppose the vehicle was traveling with 40 meter per second and suddenly there was something in front of it, a speed breaker or some vehicle, then it had to apply some brakes, or might be the vehicle had to slow down the speed or velocity. Then its velocity decreased to 20 meter per second. In front it saw some traffic or whatever, yeah, and then after it was supposed to decrease the velocity. Then there is decrease in velocity. See, in the beginning it was moving with 40 faster, then after its velocity decreased up to 20. Then if I simply change the values here, see, after time taken t, acceleration A is equals to, I forgot to write here, acceleration A. Right now, let me just write here, okay, retardation, we are solving related to retardation, so let me just write here now, negative acceleration or retardation. Retardation A equals to what? Yes, so what do? Its formula is similar as of acceleration, as I've already said. It's A is equals to V minus U by T. Your V is now 20. As it's decreased, we can easily see its answer is coming in negative value now. 20 minus 40. So, 20 minus 40 is of course minus 20 over 5. So 5 4s are 20 minus 4 meter per second square is the value of acceleration or retardation, we can say here, negative acceleration. So what you have to remember, acceleration is, its value is always positive and retardation is negative value. So this is related to acceleration and retardation. Now one more point, what you can remember is, whenever the vehicle starts from rest position, you please keep in mind always its initial velocity would be 0. Whenever a vehicle starts from rest, its initial velocity is 0, and if the vehicle is moving forward and seeing something in front, the brakes are applied, its final velocity would be 0. You can keep this in mind so that you can solve more numericals related to acceleration afterwards. So I think I made you all clear related to velocity and acceleration. So today we solved few numericals related to velocity and acceleration. So you can revise, practice more numericals. That's all for today. Thank you. Have a wonderful day.